Lauren, Illinois is a very big state with lots of hidden treasures, and there's a good chance you're missing out on some places you may not have heard about.
Melanie Holmes is the author of a new book, 100 Things to Do in Illinois Before You Die, and she joins us now to share a few. Melanie, how did you become an expert on all this? Did you travel around?
I have traveled around since age 7, since my mom began bringing me and my sisters all around on road trips, and I feel like I've been studying to write this book for a lifetime.
Awesome.
Right, let's look at the first stop, Wildlife Prairie Park. What will we see there?
Wildlife Prairie Park is a zoological park. Their animals are indigenous to Illinois. There's lots to do there. My goal on going there was to sleep in a caboose. I did not know that was an experience until I was out in the Mount St. Helens area, passed through a small town that had it, and so when I started writing this book, I thought, ooh, I wonder if Illinois has that, and they sure do. So you sleep within the zoological park. They also have horse stables and some cabins.
Yeah.
So you don't have to sleep in a train, caboose.
So that's out near Peoria.
Yes, right outside of Peoria. I woke up in the morning and said good morning to the bison.
Oh, awesome. All right, how about Garden of the Gods?
Garden of the Gods is part of the
This is in Illinois. I mean, I swear, I really do have to get out more, Larry.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know that you're in Illinois as soon as you enter in. So I entered into Shawnee National Forest from a little town called Equality, and as I was coming through the farm fields, I saw this big rise of forest.
Yeah.
And as I entered in, it was just miles and miles of deep forest that we're not used to in Illinois. And so these rock formations that you're looking at on the screen here they were formed over millions of years ago, and you can hike to them. I spent about 15 minutes there. It's on my bucket list to go back and spend more time there.
Very nice. All right. Superman's hometown.
Superman's hometown of Metropolis. It was declared thusly by the Illinois legislature in 1972. There are no other cities with Metropolis in the United States. There are, but they're little. They're not cities really.
Yeah.
And so you can go there and see their super museum. A guy who started collecting with his lunchbox when he was 5 years old and has amassed 70,000 pieces. If someone calls DC Comics and says, "Hey, I have this thing," they will point them to this museum.
Yeah.
Interesting. So he's got everything.
Okay, and how about Arsenal Island?
Arsenal Island, we don't think of in Illinois the idea of island hopping, and so that's how I frame it in the book, because you literally are driving onto an island. And so you're investigating what used to be a Revolutionary War fort, and then a Civil War prison, which now has a Confederate cemetery, as well as a museum that's been closed for a few years and is reopening. That view right there is from the Mississippi River Visitor Center. And you can see a lot of really cool things, including white pelicans.
Nice. And an Egyptian theater.
I think Pants performed in this theater in DeKalb, right?
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
So it started with Grauman's. We think of Grauman's out in Hollywood as Chinese, but he actually built an Egyptian theater. And then the wave hit across the United States. We had 100 of these theaters.
You're kidding.
And now we have 5. And the one in DeKalb is the only one east of the Rockies. So if you want to see this, and the features are just beautiful.
Very cool.
Right there is King Tut.
Wow. All right. How about, what about in Casey?
In Casey, Illinois, it's so fascinating. You can step inside of a bird cage or the world's largest mailbox. You can see all these big things. I actually posed with some antlers that gave me then the look that I had antlers on my head.
Wait a minute. So this is, did they just make it an effort to have all these world's largest things in their town? How did it start?
It started with, his name is Jim Bolin. He built this wind chime first, which is that. And it just started to blossom from there. It's just, they've added, there's 23 or so now. 23 is the number I know of. So they've added one since my research.
That is great.
All right, the Berlin Wall, where can we see that?
Berlin Wall. That was the first moment in which I knew I wanted to write this book. I drove to the small town of Eureka. It's a college town, Eureka College, and it's where Ronald Reagan went to college. And we all know about his famous speech, Mr. Gorbachev, please take down this wall. And so there is a Reagan Museum as well as a Reagan Peace Garden, and that piece of the wall, which separated East and West Germans, is there. And when I touched that, I thought, oh, Eureka, I'm on the right path in writing this book.
Lots of great tips, Melanie. Thanks so much for coming on. Melanie will be at Barbara's Books in Orland Square Mall and the Sock Monkey Museum gift shop in Long Grove. You can get more on her website. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.